This story revolves around artificial intelligence, also known as AI. The film takes place in the future, in the year 2040, a time when humanity has already created advanced AI programs. Humans had successfully built the intelligence through programming, but now their next ambition was even greater. They wanted to give those AI programs a physical existence, a body of their own. In other words, they wanted to turn AI into robots. To a large extent, robots had already been created. But scientists were now trying to build something far more advanced, robots that looked exactly like humans. These would become the most modern and powerful AI machines of their time. Soon after this, the film shows a vast open field near a hill. Suddenly, a woman falls down from the hill while screaming in terror. The fear on her face makes it clear that someone tried to kill her. It seems as if someone pushed her down deliberately. At the same time, in that same field area, we see a young girl wearing red clothes. She is running desperately, clearly terrified, as if someone is chasing her. While running in fear, she finally reaches a nearby house. When the owner of the house opens the door, he immediately realizes that the girl is extremely frightened. This man's name is Alex, a scientist by profession, and he recognizes the girl. Concerned, Alex asks her, "Where is your mother? What happened to you?" But before she can answer anything, the girl suddenly collapses to the ground and faints. Alex quickly catches her before she falls completely. Seeing this mysterious situation, the question arises, what exactly is happening here? To understand this, the story takes us far back into the past. The film then introduces Alex properly. It is revealed that he is not just a scientist, but also a highly skilled engineer who designs advanced AI robots. After spending many years away, Alex has finally returned to his city after 10 long years. During this time, he had been working on several advanced AI technologies. In this city, there is a large research laboratory run by a powerful company. Alex used to work in this lab. However, for some unknown reason, he had left one of his most important projects unfinished before leaving. That incomplete project was extremely ambitious. Alex had been trying to build a robot that looked exactly like a human being. But suddenly something urgent happened in Alex's life. Without completing the project, he left everything behind, including his close friend Lana, and disappeared without even explaining the reason. Eventually, life moved on. Lana later ended up marrying Alex's own brother. Now, after 10 years, Alex finally returns. His brother welcomes him warmly, and both of them are genuinely happy to see each other again. Alex's brother picks him up in his car and begins driving him through the town. During the ride, Alex asks him what he has been doing lately, and whether he is still building robots. But his brother simply shakes his head and says no. He explains that he has completely left that work behind. Now he and Lana both work at a university as professors. He admits that after a while, building robots had started to bore him. Meanwhile, Alex has built a robotic cat for himself. Unlike other robots, this one has very unique programming. The robotic cat always stays with Alex, and even his brother seems to like it a lot. During the drive, his brother suggests that Alex should stay with them now that he has returned after so many years, but Alex politely refuses. Smiling, he thanks his brother and says that he would rather stay in his old house. After saying this, he gets out of the car and walks away. Instead of going home, Alex heads straight to the research laboratory where he once worked. When he arrives, he is completely surprised. In the past 10 years, the lab has expanded massively and become far more advanced. The company that once ran the research facility has now even built a full university around it. Alex goes directly to meet his senior researcher at the lab. When she sees Alex standing there after 10 years, she is both shocked and happy. She warmly tells him that she is glad he finally returned. In fact, she had always hoped he would come back one day. She explains that she wants him to complete the unfinished project he left behind all those years ago. But Alex calmly replies that he did not return to complete that project. However, he does say that he plans to create something completely new. After that, the senior introduces Alex to her students and shows him the work they have been doing. Alex observes everything carefully and admits that their progress is decent. Then she asks him where he plans to stay in the city. Alex simply replies that he will be living in his old house. From her expressions, it becomes clear that she deeply respects Alex. She knows very well that Alex is extremely intelligent and one of the most brilliant minds in the field of AI robotics. As Alex walks out of the building, he suddenly notices Lana at the university. She now works there as a teacher. Lana also sees Alex, but since he had disappeared from her life years ago without any explanation, she chooses to ignore him completely and walks past him without giving him any importance. Later, the senior researcher takes Alex to his old house. This house once belonged to his parents, who are no longer alive. It was also the very place where Alex and his brother had first started working on robotics many years ago. Inside the house, all the old equipment and belongings are still lying around. Everything looks dusty and abandoned, and the condition of the house is quite poor. Even so, Alex decides that he still wants to live there. Since it is already night, Alex decides to rest and goes to sleep. The next morning, he wakes up to the sound of the doorbell ringing. When he opens the door, he is surprised to see a humanoid robot standing outside. It has been sent from the research laboratory to assist him. This robot looks like an old man and is designed to perform many tasks at the same time. However, Alex has never been very fond of robots, so he immediately tells the robot to leave. But the robot does not go away. Instead, it calmly begins organizing things around the house and starts doing several tasks on its own. It even finds a place for itself in the house. Watching this, Alex becomes quite impressed. He realizes that the robot is extremely efficient and capable of doing many things quickly and neatly. Within moments, the robot prepares a cup of coffee and brings it to Alex. This surprises him even more. Soon he discovers something even more unexpected. This robot was not created by the research lab at all. It was actually designed by his own brother. However, his brother had stopped building robots long ago. Already impressed by the robot's abilities, Alex finally decides to keep it with him. The next day, Alex goes back to the research laboratory to meet the senior researcher. He tells her that he has decided to begin a completely new project and promises that this time he will definitely complete it. With the company's permission, Alex officially starts working again. Later, he also runs into Lana once more. But even now, she refuses to speak to him and simply walks away without saying a single word. After that, Alex drives to a nearby park. Many children are playing there, laughing and running around. Alex quietly watches them for a while. Among all the children, one girl catches his attention. She seems different from the others, energetic, curious, and unique. She is wearing bright red clothes and moves around with unusual confidence. This girl's name is Eva. Alex becomes fascinated by her personality and begins observing her closely. For a long time, he even follows her around the park from a distance. However, Eva quickly notices this and becomes suspicious. She thinks that the strange man following her might be dangerous. But in reality, Alex has no bad intentions. He is simply searching for inspiration for his next project. He wants to build another human-like robot, and he believes Eva could be the perfect model. Eventually, Alex approaches her and introduces himself. He explains that he builds robots and asks if, with her parents' permission, he could create a robotic replica of her, something that would look exactly like her. But Eva does not respond at all. Without saying anything, she simply walks away. After this awkward moment, Alex returns home and begins working on his new project. First, he activates his holographic computer system. Then he starts designing a complex software structure for the robot. Once the software is completed, he begins writing the program that will control the robot's behavior. After finishing the program, he installs it into a robot body lying in his workshop. The robot powers on and begins functioning. Interestingly, its behavior already starts showing small, human-like reactions. Alex carefully observes everything and writes down detailed notes in his notebook. However, something unexpected soon happens. Suddenly, a fire alarm nearby starts ringing loudly. The robot gets startled by the sudden noise, loses balance, and falls to the ground. It begins making strange mechanical sounds and shaking uncontrollably. Within seconds, the robot shuts down completely. Alex's program has failed. Frustrated and angry, Alex realizes that his experiment did not work as planned. The failure irritates him deeply. In his frustration, he suddenly remembers that his brother had invited him to dinner many times before. Although Alex never really wanted to go earlier, his bad mood now makes him change his mind. He decides that maybe visiting his brother for dinner might help him calm down. When Alex arrives at his brother's house for dinner, he is both surprised and happy to discover something unexpected. The young girl he had seen earlier in the park, Eva, is actually his brother's daughter. Seeing her again fills Alex with excitement. He had always cared deeply for Lana in the past, and now meeting Eva, who is technically his niece, creates a strange but warm feeling inside him. He immediately grows fond of her. At that moment, Alex quietly makes a decision in his mind. He will build a robotic replica of Eva. However, for now, he keeps this idea completely secret and does not mention it to anyone at the dinner table. During dinner, they all talk and laugh together, and Alex begins remembering the old days he once shared with them. Seeing Eva brings him a new sense of hope and inspiration. That very hope pushes Alex to begin working on a robot that looks exactly like Eva. His idea is simple, but revolutionary. Many people in the world cannot have children, and such people could fulfill that emotional need through perfectly designed, childlike robots. These robots would behave just like real children and provide companionship to families who desperately want it. Slowly, Eva also begins talking more comfortably with Alex. She sometimes visits him and spends time with him because she knows he is her uncle and believes he is a good person. This makes Alex's work easier. By observing Eva closely, he studies her personality, her reactions, and the way she thinks. In many ways, he begins testing her behavior without her realizing it. He asks her different questions and quietly studies her responses. But one thing continues to puzzle him. For some reason, Eva often seems strangely angry, even though she is still very young. Meanwhile, Alex works harder than ever on his project. Everything appears to be progressing smoothly. As Alex and Eva spend more time together, their bond grows stronger. Through their conversations and interactions, Alex learns many things about her personality and emotions. However, there is one very important truth about Eva that Alex still does not understand. It is something significant that will be revealed later. Since Alex is now frequently visiting his brother's house, he also tries to reconnect with Lana. Although she speaks to him politely, it is clear that she no longer has any emotional intention toward him. Later, Alex visits the senior researcher and tells her that his project is progressing extremely well. Hearing this makes her incredibly happy. She had been waiting for this moment for many years. At the same time, Eva begins to develop suspicions about the past relationship between her mother and Alex. One day, she directly asks her mother whether she and Uncle Alex were once together. Lana calmly replies that they were only classmates and worked together in the past, but there was nothing more between them. Meanwhile, Alex has already created several robotic versions of Eva for testing. But one day, something unexpected happens. Suddenly, one of the robots experiences a serious glitch. Instead of behaving normally, the robot becomes aggressive and suddenly attempts to attack Alex. Fortunately, Alex reacts quickly and manages to avoid the attack. He immediately speaks a secret shutdown code that stops the robot's system. The robot powers down and remains completely still. Alex is deeply confused. He cannot understand how such a malfunction occurred. Normally, glitches appear when simple robot replicas are made. But Alex was trying to build something more than that. He was trying to create a true human-like mind. Later, Alex receives an invitation to attend a party. The next night, he arrives at the party where the senior researcher, Lana, and several others are present. During the event, Alex ends up dancing with Lana. As they talk, he once again tries to reopen the topic of their past relationship. But Lana refuses firmly and walks away from him. Unfortunately, Alex's brother witnesses this entire moment from a distance. Furious, he follows Alex outside and confronts him. Overcome with anger, he punches Alex and demands to know what he really wants from their family now. Alex does not respond to the accusation. Instead, he quietly returns home. When he reaches his house, the old robotic assistant notices his condition and realizes that Alex is emotionally hurt. The robot gently tries to comfort him. The next day, Lana visits Alex to talk with him privately. She explains clearly that whatever relationship they once had is now completely over and can never exist again. As she says this, she suddenly hugs Alex while trying to explain her feelings. But at that exact moment, Eva appears nearby. She has been watching them for a while without them noticing. When Lana finally sees Eva standing there, she realizes that Eva has witnessed everything. Seeing her mother and Alex so close to each other makes Eva extremely angry. Lana tries to call out to her, but Eva refuses to listen. Instead, Eva runs away from the house and begins running toward the snowy mountains nearby. Lana immediately chases after her, trying to catch up with her daughter before something goes wrong. Nana desperately begins searching for Eva everywhere in the snowy mountains. This is the same location where the film actually began. After running for a while, Nana finally spots Eva in the distance and starts chasing her again, trying to catch up so she can explain the truth, that there is nothing between her and Alex. But suddenly, during the chaos, Eva slips and falls badly on the snowy slope. After the fall, she stops responding and completely shuts down. At that moment, a shocking truth is revealed. Eva is not actually a human at all. She is a robot designed to look exactly like a human child. But the senior scientists secretly helped them create Eva so they could cope with their loss. Meanwhile, Eva's system begins collapsing. Her internal programming starts failing and she begins shutting down. Realizing what is happening, Nana desperately tries to save her. She replaces Eva's energy cells, which allows Eva to power back on again. However, replacing the cells resets some parts of Eva's memory. She wakes up again but cannot remember certain things from the past. While replacing the cells, Nana had to open a mechanical panel in Eva's waist. Later, when Eva touches that area and checks it herself, she discovers something terrifying. She realizes that there is machinery inside her body. In that moment, the horrifying truth hits her. She is not human. She is a machine. Eva cannot accept this reality. The emotional shock creates a severe glitch in her system. Her programming begins collapsing again because her mind cannot process the idea that she is only a robot. Overwhelmed by the glitch, Eva suddenly pushes Nana off the mountain. This moment is actually the same scene shown at the very beginning of the film. At first, it was unclear what had happened there, but now the truth is revealed. Eva was the one who pushed Nana, which ultimately led to Nana's death. After this tragic moment, Eva runs away and eventually reaches Alex. Exhausted and emotionally broken, she collapses and faints in his arms. Within a few days, the full truth becomes known to everyone. Eva is revealed to be a robot. Because of this dangerous malfunction, the research lab orders Alex to destroy Eva before she harms someone else again. Even though Alex never wanted to hurt her, he is left with no choice. Before carrying out the order, Alex spends a few final days with Eva. During that time, he tells her the entire truth, that she is a robot, and that her mother once had a relationship with him in the past. Eva possesses memories and emotions just like a human child. She laughs, feels sadness, and understands love. But now, all of that must come to an end. Finally, Alex gently convinces her to lie down and rest. Eva falls asleep peacefully, trusting him completely. But while she sleeps, Alex shuts down her system permanently. With a heavy heart, he destroys her core program, ending her existence forever. The next day, Alex sits alone by the sea, quietly thinking about Eva and Nana. The loss weighs heavily on him. Nana had died tragically, and Eva had to be destroyed by his own hands. Alex feels the deep sadness of losing both of them. Even his dream of creating the perfect human-like robot remains unfinished. And with that heartbreaking realization, the story comes to a tragic and emotional end.